O Rafael voltou, vou pegar ele aqui de novo. Aqui o Instagram, he gives you one hour live, that's it. And then he cuts you. No, they don't even ask for permission. They're just like, and that's it. No more. So let me just get Rafael again. Yeah. Kind of warm here. Like, so that's what I was talking about.
I came back.
Yeah, like I told you, Instagram was gonna cut us like that.
Yeah. You are very funny.
Oh yeah, she's hilarious.
I'm hilarious.
Oh my god, she's so funny.
You.
So welcome to Menina Viajei. How do you like Menina Viajei so far? Is it good?
Pretty good. Some days ago I was watching your live around your city with your car on the street.
Oh, yeah, the day I was driving home. Yeah. So just so you know, every Wednesday I have this live here for English conversation practice. Okay, so we have like basically 1 hour. Sometimes we're more inspired to talk an hour and a half. It depends how many people are in queue. But we do this. I do this since July of last year because I want to, because a lot of my students, a lot of my followers, they tell me, oh my gosh, Laís, I don't have anybody to practice English with. I do whoever's teacher's course and I do this and that. Oh, your dog. It's a cat.
Oh my god.
It was a Yorkie. Oh, that's so cute.
So cute.
Her name is Lilica.
Lilica, I have a Lily here, so my dog is Lily and Chewy. But anyways, just what I mean is a lot of you, like in Brazil, are studying English and you tell me I don't have anybody to practice with, so I started Hump Day Live. So Hump Day Live is Wednesday in English can be called Hump Day because it's in the middle of the week. So I do a live every Wednesday, so I call it Hump Day Live since last July. So if you show up every Wednesday, usually I've been doing it around 7:30, might put it back at 9. It depends because we're in different time zones, so that's kind of hard for me. but that's it. So go ahead and talk to Kat. Oh, shut up.
I'll be here. I'm here, right here.
Hi. It's a pretty good opportunity to practice English here because sometimes we Brazilians don't have opportunity to practice with native speakers or a teacher, Menina Viajei. And this lives, it's pretty good to practice English. I started to learn English over 1 year ago.
Wow, you did it
by myself. Sometimes I use Cambly, but all the time it's more free ways.
But like for somebody studying English for only a year,
That's amazing. Your
your English is amazing.
Yes.
Oh, I appreciate it. It's my goal. I never liked it. I never liked English in my high school, but almost 2 years ago I was watching YouTube videos about Brazilians lives there. And I remember that I thought pretty good there, and from now I started to learn English every single day. I became addicted every single day. I have a YouTube channel where I post my Cambly videos, my experiences in English. It's pretty good because help other people. Is your case too?
And you can hear yourself so that you can listen to your own videos and see how you're improving. Oh, this was me in 2015. This is me in 2018. Like it's a big difference.
Yeah, that's it. Where do you live?
Where do I live? I live like 5 minutes away from like 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're like in the Miami area.
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
In Florida.
I know there through YouTube.
Through YouTube?
Only. My wife has an aunt, lives in New York. 20 years. It's a long time.
Wow. Long Island?
No, it's
Oh,
Manhattan.
No,
Manhattan.
you said long time.
Oh, long time. I understand
Yeah.
Long
Long
Island.
time.
Long time.
It makes sense that I understand
Yeah,
Long
yeah,
Island because
yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking about New York. So.
Yeah, I have family.
But my wife's aunt, it's very mala.
Very mala. Oh, you say very
She
obnoxious.
she doesn't practice English with me. It's very sad.
Oh, you should say she's very annoying. She won't practice English. So I was like, yeah.
Okay.
Because mala is literally the word suitcase, but suitcase, like, you know Spanish, right?
Yeah.
So you know when you say somebody's pesado, pesada,
Yeah.
it's kind of like the person's a mala.
Yeah.
And it can mean the person's annoying, obnoxious, or just like hard to deal with because you have to carry it around.
Mhm.
So he's saying like his auntie, she is like a mala because
Okay.
she doesn't practice English with
Yeah.
it. But mala in Portuguese can also have all these connotations of pesado and pesada, but
Right.
it can also mean like somebody was like, oh, you're such a poop, you know, like
Yeah.
mala.
For sure. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I learned something new today.
And I say
Great.
mala, mala to Heitor. Heitor, don't be mala.
Okay, I'm gonna say that to him next time I see him.
I'm enjoying a lot this channel, his Instagram profile, Instagram account.
Yeah, you can call it a page, an account. You know, you can call it so Insta blog.
It's every Wednesday evening here live.
Every
Wednesday
Wednesday
night.
evening.
I will participate.
Including holidays. Like in Brazil, when it was January 1st, it was Wednesday. I was here. The only day I wasn't here was Christmas, but I was showing around on Christmas, but I wasn't like doing this because nobody was here. But I was here on January 1st, so yeah.
That's it. There in Miami, is it very cold right now or not?
No, it's really hot.
That's
really
my
hot.
thing. I'm like,
It's why because I have a friend and he lives in Seattle. There it's very
Yeah, no, that's cold.
Cold.
That's cold. and
those are like
dark
the sub-zero
wet.
temperatures.
don't have sun there.
Maybe it gets like really cold, but it's I know in Seattle, like up the Pacific Northwest, it's like super rainy, very cold and damp and like just dark and gloomy.
Yeah, don't have sun there. Many days without sun.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, we are moved by the sun. Like, we
Yeah.
complain about the heat sometimes because the summer here can be pretty miserable.
Oh, it's brutal.
Yeah, summer here you're just like nasty all the time, but
Yeah, that's it. Only a question to finish my part here. I think you already said in another live. It's more efficient to watch videos without legenda, esqueci o nome.
subtitles.
Subtitle, yeah. It's more efficient without subtitles to watch videos.
I mean, okay. So this is gonna be my
Because
theory.
sometimes subtitles you became addicted to read, and sometimes you don't watch a video.
Yeah, because I mean, subtitles serve a purpose, right? So I'll let Kat speak about the fact that she even watched some shows or whatever with
Yeah.
subtitles, and she's a native speaker. But the thing is, when you are learning English, subtitles are good to ensure to you that what you are hearing and they match what you're reading. And I don't mean subtitles in Portuguese. I mean subtitles English, you know, that you use subtitles for the hearing impaired kind of thing. So so I think it's really good because then you are sure. I heard it saying piece of cake and then it says piece of cake on the subtitle, so you're sure of what you heard. But on the other hand, it's good to also, when you are in a more advanced level, to watch videos without any subtitles, to just, you know, be free and able to, you know, and what you can do to, when you are studying, you don't have to do that in your entire life, but you can first watch without any subtitles and you think you understand when you're more advanced, not when you're just beginner. When you're a beginner, the approach is different. But when you are already fluent, you can watch and say, oh, this is what this episode talked about. Okay. And then you can watch it again with the subtitles and double check if what you understood is actually what happened. So that's a way of going about it. So subtitles really help you ensure that you understood exactly what was said. That's it. That's what subtitles are for. That's it. So and then can you share with him your experience with subtitles, even speaking English as a first language?
Oh yeah, so like sometimes you just don't really catch what the actor says or the person says, so you kind of have to like read it to know what they're saying, because they'll say it in a different accent, or they'll say a string of words that you've never heard together before, and it's kind of like, what did that person say? So I like to read the subtitles a lot because, yeah, it's just easier that way.
In my case, what do you think about it? It's better I watch without subtitles or with subtitles? Because I watch a lot with using subtitles in English
In English.
subtitles. Yeah.
I think if you're watching to also try to learn something, I would try to watch it with subtitles. It doesn't have to be every time, but just because then you can like look at the words, and while you hear them, you assimilate. Oh, because for example, the word to spill, the past of to spill, derramar is spilled. But thinking of Portuguese, spilled doesn't sound like the way it's written, because it looks like spilled.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you see where I'm coming from? Like spilled, but you don't say spilled, you say spilled. But then you hear, you spilled it, and then it's gonna write in the subtitle, you spilled, and you're like, oh, that word is spilled. Okay, so it's a way of studying. But should you watch shows all the time with subtitles? No, because otherwise, like you said, you're gonna become dependent. So your entire life doesn't have subtitles.
I also listen podcasts.
What?
I also listen podcasts.
Oh, so see,
Nice.
that's a way of going about
It's
it.
good to practice listening.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
That's it. I think my time is finishing.
Okay.
There's
So
another people.
there are.
Are
I don't want to
plural.
pressure you guys. Yes, plural.
That's it. It's a pleasure to talk with you.
It was great meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah. Next days I will be there. I will be here with you.
Nice.
And are you already part of our Telegram channel?
Not yet.
Okay, so on Telegram, just so you know, because you're studying English, every Sunday, it's free, okay? So every Sunday, I share with you guys a new lesson, like English lesson, that you can do it at home. So it's for you guys to practice your speaking, listening, reading and writing by yourself at home. So I share that every Sunday, something new. And for you, the link to access my Telegram channel is in my bio. So if you go on my profile on Instagram, you know the profile where you have the description, there's the link there. You just click on it and it's going to redirect you. Bio é meu perfil, né?
Yeah.
In English, we refer to it as the bio. My profile.
That's it. For me, finished right now. If I, for example, tomorrow I'm gonna do my resume. What level I can put there? My English level. What do you think?
No, okay. You say your resume.
Resume.
Resume. Okay, it's a French word, I guess.
Yeah.
Resume.
I think so.
Yeah, so you're gonna do your resume. Well, I think you can do in a resume like advanced English, fine, you know, because he was able to. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can say you have advanced English for sure, or even fluent English. You just have to work on your proficiency, because fluency is different than proficiency. Because like you can be fluent, but there's always room to increase your proficiency. Proficiency is how much you grasp the language, how much vocabulary you have, all the rules you respect, all the pronunciation. That's your proficiency. That there is no limit to proficiency. But being fluent is what you already are. Like you are able to hold a conversation, make yourself understood, and be and understand. So, right?
Because I always write in my resume, intermediate level.
I mean, it depends. How good is your written English? You know, because you speak really well, but how good is your written English? Do you write well too? Because like being like fluent, it takes the four skill. How good are you at speaking the language? Not just English, any language. How good are you at speaking the language? How good are you at writing the language? At understanding it, and at what is the other skill? Sorry, speaking. Oh,
Reading.
Reading. Yeah. So speaking, speaking, listening, reading, and writing. So how good are you at the four abilities? So if you're good at all of them at the level that you speak, so you are fluent in English, you just need to improve your proficiency. But like, I don't consider you intermediate, because intermediate students, they're not able to really hold a conversation like you did today. So I would say you're more like advanced, but there's room to work. Like, you have more vocabulary, like you didn't know how to say resume, and then like, you know, things like that you have to keep acquiring, I guess. I don't know. How do you feel about his English?
No, it's really good. Really good.
Sometimes we don't believe in me, in yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and put a intermediate level. My wife always said me, you already speak with a lot of people, but sometimes it's hard for me.
Yeah, it's
It's
like a
necessary
choice.
I ask for other people to speak for me.
It's like a
It's
choice
a
of
crazy.
what you just said. Like I was saying, my wife always said to me. So you say my wife always tells me. So this is like this little choice of words that I'm talking about and referring to as proficiency. So as you work your way up with English, those are gonna be more natural, like the lexical choices. They're just gonna be like, oh, you're gonna understand that there is a difference between telling somebody something or teaching somebody something, because I can tell her about a recipe or I can teach her how to make it. So if I'm teaching her, I'm showing step by step. If I'm just sharing about it, I'm telling her. But people sometimes, they just use the verbs interchangeably, and that's incorrect. Like what I was saying prior, that I was throwing the carrots at the animals. I don't know, have you been watching the whole live tonight?
Sorry?
Have you been watching the whole live tonight? Like the entire live?
No.
Você não estava assistindo a live inteira?
Haven't. Yeah.
Okay, so I was like, how? Okay.
No. It's I mean, already was happening when I noticed in your life.
Oh, okay. But what I was saying before in the live is because I had a situation at school that my friends were talking about the animals in Australia, because all the forests caught fire, and there was like, they were dying. Huh?
I think that I saw this. I saw
Yeah,
that.
and then I was saying, instead of saying that they were dropping food for the animals, I said they were throwing food at them. That's wrong. Because I mean, otherwise they would just be like throwing food at the animals. And I made that mistake, but that's like a collocation mistake. So.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, good to meet you.
It's a pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Okay, bye-bye.